Hello friends, in this particular lecture we will see hexadecimal arithmetic operations that includes hexadecimal addition and hexadecimal subtraction, theory and that corresponding examples. So let us start here. First of all, hexadecimal addition example 1. Now here that numbers to be added, those are DADA hexadecimal plus BABA hexadecimal. So each of that hexadecimal number is having 4 significant digits and those are now to be added here. So let us start. Here is that first number DADA that is written with sufficient space between two successive digits. Just below that, that second number BABA is also written. Both the numbers are written with sufficient gap between successive digits. It is just because I want to show the procedure which is followed in case of these hexadecimal additions in an appropriate manner, in a proper manner. Okay, and those respective digits will also appear just in one column so that addition process can be simplified. So here I want to start that step-by-step addition. Now these are the two numbers, number 1, number 2. And whenever we start that addition, we start from that LSB digits. So for both the numbers, that rightmost bit or that rightmost digit, that is A and A only. So we start their addition from that rightmost digit, A plus A hexadecimal. So let us see here that corresponding step on the extreme right. Here A plus A hexadecimal, which is written just below that horizontal line. The numbers which are added are hexadecimal. That's why their respective digits are also hexadecimal and it is clearly observed. But in this particular process, that hexadecimal digits are converted. Those are converted into their corresponding decimal equivalent. So that by arrow, downward arrow, it shows their equivalent decimals here. That is 10 plus 10 in decimal. And we know that 10 plus 10 decimal, that is equal to 20 decimal. But we know that in case of hexadecimal number system, I cannot represent 20 decimal by a single hexadecimal element. Okay, that's why some sort of correction is required here. And what is that correction? That is subtraction of the base of hexadecimal system, which is 16, from this particular part of the result generated. That's why here is that subtraction shown. 20 decimal minus 16 decimal, that base has been subtracted and that is giving 4 decimal here. And we know that 4 decimal, that itself is in 4 hexadecimal. Okay, so here we are getting the part of the result at the bottom, that is equal to 4, which itself is in hexadecimal. And then as this intermediate sum was obtained after subtraction of that base, that is 16, from that intermediate result here, a carry to be forwarded to the next digit. It means that whenever we want to perform D plus B, the next respective digits of number 1, number 2, a carry is also to be added. And this particular step now I want to show it on the left side. So here D plus B plus 1 hexadecimal. The respective second digits from LSB, those are added together along with internal carry forwarded. Then this D plus B plus 1, each of that element is to be converted to its corresponding decimal. We know that D is equal to 13 decimal, B is equal to 11, and 1 hexadecimal is 1 decimal itself. So it is ultimately 13 plus 11 plus 1 decimal, which comes to be 25 decimal. Again, with 25 decimal, it is not possible to express in a single hexadecimal digit here. That's why minus 16, the base of that hexadecimal number system, is to be subtracted. So here is that corresponding step, minus 16 decimal. So it comes to be 9 decimal. And 9 decimal is expressible in hexadecimal as a 9 itself. So which is written at the bottom line, 9. Okay, as that base of that hexadecimal, that is 16, has been subtracted in this particular step, a carry will be forwarded to the next digit additions. It means that whenever we go for A plus A, then one internal carry is also to be added, and this particular step now I want to show it here. So this is the step, A plus 1 hexadecimal. Again, convert each of that hexadecimal digit into its decimal equivalent, so it becomes 10 plus 10 plus 1. That is equal to 21 decimal. Again, 21 is not expressible in a single hexadecimal digit here, so minus 16, that corresponding step is here. So minus 16 decimal, so it comes to be 5 decimal, and 5 decimal itself is 5 hexadecimal, which is written at the bottom. And then carry will be forwarded to the next digit here, that MSB digit of both the numbers which are to be added together. Okay, so this particular step is shown now. It is a D plus B plus 1 hexadecimal. Again, expressed in their corresponding decimal equivalent, it is 13 plus 11 plus 1 decimal, which comes to be 25 decimal. Again, being not expressible in a single hexadecimal digit, minus 16 to be performed here. So here is that corresponding step. So 25 decimal minus 16 decimal, that is equal to 9 decimal, and 9 decimal itself is a 9 in hexadecimal, which is written at the bottom. And then a carry to be forwarded to next. So here is that corresponding carry. This is internal carry out of addition of MSB digits of given hexadecimal numbers. Now, to whom that carry is to be added? There is no bits left, no hexadecimal digits left from number 1, number 2. So this particular final carry, it will simply drop down to the bottom and it will form a part of that corresponding answer. And then we subsequently write here that corresponding sum, hence DA hexadecimal plus BA hexadecimal, that is equal to 19594 hexadecimal. So this is our first example of hexadecimal addition. Okay, step by step it has been explained here. Okay, initially we start to LSB on the extreme right. Their corresponding hexadecimal digits are added together in hexadecimal system itself. Then these hexadecimal numbers, those components, are converted to decimal intermediately. Whatever intermediate decimal sum generated for that corresponding digit will be checked whether it is 16 or more than 16. If it is 16 or more than 16, then base of that hexadecimal, which is 16 itself, will be subtracted from it and subsequently carry forwarded to the next digit addition. Okay, and once we perform that subtraction and once we get that decimal value as a part of that answer, this decimal value will be converted to its corresponding hexadecimal equivalent and it is written at the bottom, which is a part of that final sum. So that way operation is repeated and ultimately we are getting here the final answer, that is just below that bottom horizontal line, which is 19594 hexadecimal. Now this is about that first example. Now this second example, hexadecimal addition example number 2, 1DE.7 hexadecimal plus 76A.5 hexadecimal. Now let us start here. The first number is 1DE.7. It is properly written. And just below that second number, which is 76A.5. Fortunately, both the numbers are having same number of significant bits. To the left side of both the numbers here, there are 3 significant digits, and to the right side is only 1 digit. Okay, so after alignment of hexadecimal point here, both the numbers are properly written with sufficient space because I want to show the intermediate steps in this particular hexadecimal addition. Now next, this addition process to be started from the extreme right. Okay, and this operation to be studied in a step-by-step manner. So hexadecimal addition in step-by-step manner. Now the numbers are written. I want to carry out. So initially 7 plus 5, which are the rightmost digits of given numbers, those are to be added here. So initially here that corresponding step is shown in that respective column. The rightmost column you can observe it. 7 plus 5 hexadecimal H. Each of that component is to be converted to decimal. A downward arrow shows that conversion. 7 plus 5 hexadecimal is equal to 7 plus 5 in decimal. Because both 7 and 5 in hexadecimal, they are same in decimal number system as 7 and 5 only. So ultimately it becomes a 12 decimal. And once we get that 12 decimal here, we know that this 12 decimal can be represented by a single hexadecimal entity. And that is nothing but C. 12 decimal is equal to C, which is written at bottom line, just below that bottom line. Okay, it means that intermediate decimal result 12 decimal is expressible in a single hexadecimal digit like C. And then no carry to be forwarded to the next digits. Next digits of given hexadecimal number, that is E and A. Whenever we try to perform their addition, no carry to be forwarded. Because base has not been subtracted. Hexadecimal base of 16 is not subtracted in the earlier step. Then we go for the next step here. Here is that next step, E plus A hexadecimal. Subsequently, by the downward arrow, E and A both are expressed in their decimal equivalent, that is 14 plus 10 decimal. That is equal to 24 decimal. And 24 is not expressible in a single hexadecimal digit. So the base of 16 to be subtracted now. So here is that corresponding step. 24 decimal minus 16 decimal, which is equal to 8 decimal. and 8 decimal is 8 hexadecimal itself, which is written at the bottom, 8. But you can observe it, the hexadecimal point is just now copied here between 8 and C in the answer line. Okay, in this particular step, that base of hexadecimal number system, that is 16, has been subtracted internally, so that carry is to be forwarded to the next digit addition. It means that D plus 6, the next digits to be added together, it is along with carry bit 1, internal carry bit 1. So here is that corresponding step. So in this particular step here, which is shown, that internal operations are shown with yellow color, that D plus 6 plus 1, the respective digits are added along with that internal carry which has been forwarded just now. This is to be converted now to decimal. D is equal to 13, 6 hexadecimal is 6 in decimal, and 1 hexadecimal is 1 in decimal. So ultimately it becomes a 13 plus 6 plus 1 in decimal, which is equal to 20 decimal. And this 20 decimal is also not expressible in a single hexadecimal digit. So minus 16, the base to be subtracted here. That step is just now shown. So 20 decimal minus 16 decimal, it comes to be 4 decimal. And 4 decimal is nothing but 4 in hexadecimal, which is just now written below. And then in these particular internal operations, that base of hexadecimal, that is 16, has been subtracted. So carry to be forwarded to the next bit additions. So whenever we go for 1 plus 7, the MSB bit addition of number 1, number 2, here carry is also to be added along with. So here 1 plus 7 plus 1 hexadecimal. Just below that, converted to decimal, it remains same, 1 plus 7 plus 1 in decimal as well, that is equal to 9 decimal, and we know that 9 decimal is 9 in hexadecimal, which is written at the bottom. It means that just below that second horizontal line, that bottom horizontal line, the figure which we got in black color, 948 point C, is nothing but the sum of these two numbers which are added together. Hence, at the last, at the end, that result is written 1DE 0.7. You make that correction. It is misprinted. 1DE 0.7 hexadecimal plus 76A 0.5 hexadecimal, that is equal to 948.C hexadecimal. Okay, so this is about step-by-step explanation of hexadecimal addition for 2 examples. Okay, you need a sufficient practice to carry out such type of hexadecimal arithmetic additions. Now next I want to perform hexadecimal subtraction by using 16's complement method. Okay, here that normal hexadecimal subtraction can also be performed, but it is a bit complicated, and instead of that we can use that complements to perform their corresponding subtractions in a simpler manner. Okay, just a quick revision here. In case of binary subtraction, we can use that 1's and 2's complement. In case of BCD or decimal subtractions, we use that 9's or 10's complement. for subtraction. Similarly, in case of octal number system, that 7s or 8s complements are used for performing subtractions. Similarly, in case of hexadecimal number system, here 15s and 16s complement can be used. Now I want to prefer that 16s complement. Okay, already we have done some of the examples of binary subtraction by using 2's complement method. Analogous to that, here is that 16's complement in hexadecimal number system. In the binary number system here, any number which is given, a number to be subtracted, that binary number, first of all its 1's complement is formed, and to that 1's complement 1 is added to get its 2's complement. Similarly, in case of hexadecimal number here, every hexadecimal digit is to be first of all subtracted from 15 to form the 15's complement. And once we get that 15's complement, to that 15's complement 1 will be added, so that we are getting that 16's complement. Okay, it means that in case of hexadecimal subtraction, what we require here, we have to first of all locate that number which is to be subtracted, and then get its 15's complement. And once we get its 15's complement plus 1, we are getting that 16's complement. And then this 16's complement will be added to that first number. Okay, and then we get that corresponding the difference here. So let us see here, or let us apply this theory here for one example. So here is that example, 3BE61.86 base 16, that is hexadecimal, minus F92.4AB base 16. Okay, base 16 can be written or base H can be written, H for hexadecimal. Both are correct way of representations. Now once we get this particular problem here, the number which is to be subtracted is that second number, which is F92.4AB hexadecimal. But if you observe, the second number which is to be subtracted here, to the left side of that hexadecimal point, there are only 3 significant digits. Whereas, in the first number, there were 5 significant digits to the left side of hexadecimal point. It means that second number which I want to subtract, I have to properly write here. I have to properly represent here. So in the subsequent step, here, number 2 to be subtracted is F92.4AB hexadecimal, which is equal to 00F92.4AB. What we have done here, we have appended 2 hexadecimal zeros to the left side. The value of that second number will not change. But this is essential whenever we go for the subtraction by using the method of complements. Okay, if those zeros were not appended, and if we try to carry out the 15th and 16th complement of that second number and the remaining procedure of that subtraction, then that leads to wrong answer. Okay, that's why the second number which is to be subtracted is converted to 5-bit significant bits to the left side of that hexadecimal point and 3 digits on the right side as it is. Then next step here, we get the 15th complement of that second number here. Every digit of that second number is to be subtracted from 15, means F. Okay, in other words, we can say here F point, F minus 00F92.4AB. So this particular subtraction is required here. Every digit is to be subtracted. So F minus 0 is equal to F, which is shown here. So every digit to be subtracted from 15 and then it is expressed in this particular step here. It comes to be FF06D.B54. Okay, each digit subtracted from 15 decimal and expressed in its corresponding hexadecimal. Now once we get that 15's complement of that second number here, then the 16's complement is simply addition of 1 to LSB bit. So here is that 16's complement of that number 2 here. It is equal to FF06D.B55. Okay, it is 15's complement plus 1 and that too without consideration of that hexadecimal point, means rightmost bit of that 15's complement 4, it will become 5 in that 16's complement ultimately. And of course, that hexadecimal point must be written at the proper place. Now once we get that 16's complement of that number 2 here, then in the complements operation, in that respective subtraction, this complement value is to be added to that first number. Okay, complements are meant for addition only. It means that here the first number 3BE61.860, number 1 is written as it is. There is a minor change here. I have appended one 0 on the extreme right so as to make 3 digits on the right side of that hexadecimal digit, because my second number is also having 3 digits. So I am making it 3 digit just by appending one 0 in that number 1. Otherwise rest of the number remains same as it is. The 0 is shown with a different color, yellow color. And then the 16's complement of number 2 will be added to it. So here is that 16's complement of that number 2 written in a proper way at proper position so that addition can be simplified. So this is the 16's complement of number 2 written in a proper way. And then we perform or then we carry out their addition. Already we are familiar with hexadecimal addition. Actually that process you need to carry out here. Just below this you need to carry out that corresponding process. A digit by digit addition of these two, starting with rightmost digits, rightmost column. Okay, and then performing that conversion or performing that particular say addition in hexadecimal, representing intermediately into decimal, and then in case if that particular partial sum is exceeding or equal to 16, then subtraction of 16 the base of hexadecimal and forwarding carry internally for the next digit addition and rewriting that hexadecimal digit at the bottom. It means that this procedure already we have seen in 2 examples of hexadecimal addition. I don't want to repeat it here. You take sufficient time to carry out this particular say hexadecimal addition now. Okay, perform this hexadecimal addition. Okay, I have taken sufficient time and performed that hexadecimal addition and the result is available. That result I will simply write down here. So here just below this horizontal line I will show that corresponding result. So this is the result. Now in this particular result you will find that MSB digit that is equal to 1, which is shown by red color. This MSB digit is nothing but the final carry. Final carry is equal to 1. Okay, and then the actual result is 3AECF.3B5. This is the actual result, and that final carry which is shown on the extreme left, this carry is to be discarded because it is a 16's complement operation. Even earlier, binary subtraction, 2's complement operation, that final carry generated was discarded. So analogous to that, in hexadecimal subtraction using 16's complement, that final carry generated is to be simply discarded. If I would have used that 15's complement method, then this final carry would have been added to LSB digit. Okay, 15's complement, that final carry is added to LSB and then final sum is generated, which is nothing but the difference of the given hexadecimal numbers. But in case of 16's complement here, whatever final carry which we are getting here, it is to be simply discarded. So final carry is discarded and then the answer we have to rewrite. Okay, this is about internal carries which you don't have to repeat here because you are showing that intermediate steps. Okay, then at the bottom, the final result is written. Hence, 3BE61.86 hexadecimal minus F92.4AB hexadecimal, that is equal to 3AECF.3B5 hexadecimal. So this is the final answer. Whenever you are performing hexadecimal arithmetic operations like addition and subtraction, which are very common in the exams, okay, you have to carry out sufficient practice. Okay, so I expect you people to solve some more problems based on hexadecimal arithmetic operations. And at the same time, I hope that you understood the concepts which are explained here.